Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to today's edition of the Fishing Teacher, and thanks for swinging by the channel to watch the video. Really appreciate that, guys. And today we're going to be giving you a spring, or actually an April, lizard primer. We've talked about lizards in the past a little bit, but I really want to gear today's video into techniques that you can catch fish on lizards, specifically in the month of April we're in right now, because in my opinion, April is probably, it's one of the best, if not the best month to fish a lizard, so we're going to get in that today's video. Also, guys, real quick, anyone interested in booking an on-the-water lesson with me, you can do that by going to my Facebook page, Randy Blockett Professional Angler. Just shoot me a message on there, and I'll give you the info for that. So much appreciated. Okay, guys, lizards, man, one of my favorite baits. Been around forever. It's really the original creature bait. This is sort of the first change from the traditional plastic worm back in the early 80s. And this has pretty much remained unchanged, the whole profile of the lizard. This is the my favorite. This is the 8-inch zoom lizard here. And also, guys, I'll link my lizard link in the description of the video to Tackle Warehouse if you guys want to pick up some there. But the lizard, the basic design of the lizard has remained unchanged for 30 or 40 years. Now, first of all, let's talk a little bit about why this thing works so good in the month of April. Why a lizard specifically? A lot of it just goes back to there's two different things. One of it is a mystery. We don't really understand what motivates a bass at certain times of the year to prefer certain lures. And the other is just the mood and the personality and the sort of the stage that the fish are in the month of April. Because one of the things that you're going to find about in April, your bottom bouncing lures like a lizard or a shaky head or a jig or something like that are usually better than the moving baits. You don't really see like baits like crankbaits and spinner baits and all that type of stuff maintaining their consistency in production throughout the entire month of April, but you do with the lizard out there. Lizard is good all April long. So first of all, let's talk a little bit about how I like to fish during the month of April. First of all, you can't go wrong just Texas rigging it. Just straight Texas rigging it like we talked about, pitching it, flipping it around shallow cover. Doesn't matter what the cover is, just whatever it has in your lake. It could be shallow grass, docks, wood, whatever, bare banks, anything like that. But one of my favorite techniques, especially if you have water visibility of less than 3 feet in the lake that you fish, put it on a 3/16 ounce sinker and just pitch it and flip it around whatever cover you can see on the bank. Concentrate in those areas that you think those fish are getting ready to spawn in. It's going to be a really good way to catch them. Most of the time, my rule of thumb is like, I don't use the lizard much if the water visibility is over about 4 feet. But if the water visibility is like, say, 1 to a foot to 1.5 feet, something like that, I'd prefer a black or a June bug lizard. The water visibility is anything like over 2 to 4 feet. I prefer some type of a green pumpkin or watermelon as my colors with it. Now, the second way that I like to catch fish on a lizard in the month of April is on a Carolina rig or a split shot rig. Now, we talked about this some in the past too, but this Carolina rigging or split shot rigging a lizard in April is a really good way to catch fish. And what I like to do is I get in those same type of spawning coves and just put the Carolina rig on or the split shot rig and just cover water. Just make 45-degree angle cast to the bank, drag it off into 5 to 10 feet of water. Really good way to catch them. And one of the things that will help you on a Carolina rig on a lizard, go to a light sinker. A lot of times I'll use like a 1/4 ounce sinker with a shorter leader, maybe like a 1/4 ounce sinker with like a 2-foot leader on it. That's a really, really good way to catch them in the month of April, especially if you have spotted bass. Spotted bass love a lizard in April for whatever reason is out there. But two primary sizes, guys. I use the 6-inch, actually it's a 5-inch, the 5-inch zoom or the 8-inch zoom here. Really just depends on the size of fish I'm after, the water clarity, that type of stuff. But I usually use the 8-inch most of the time. So anyway, guys, if you're looking for a bait to pitch and flip around or just to fish in general, we talked about the shaky head, how good that is in April. That's probably be my number one choice, followed up closely by the lizard. Lizard is a really good bait in the month of April. Again, guys, I'll link everything, Tackle Warehouse link in the description, and we'll talk later. See you guys.